Hello, how are you getting on? I have another lovely video today. It's nice to see you. You're looking absolutely stunning, vibrant, radiant. You've got a bit of an aura going on. It's overcome me, and it's only a matter of time before the rest of the world sees it too. I'm glad you're here with me today. I'm a bit rosy-cheeked. I've got the fire on. I'm getting into the winter vibes. One sec, I'll show you this fire. It's absolutely gorgeous what I've got going on over here. I'll show it to you now. Look at that there now. Look at that for a lovely fire. Isn't that gorgeous? Where would you get that? And before you go on to me about the fucking environment, I don't want to hear it, okay? All the environmentalists are going to be at me now. Oh, Garen, you shouldn't be burning coal. You should only be burning billionaires. Fuck off, right? I'm just trying to stay warm in my house. Leave me alone. Anyway, that was bad manners. And today, I want to look into the weird and wonderful world of table manners. I wouldn't be the best man for table manners. I'll be honest with you. Whenever you put a load of forks on front of me, I just pick one up and start fucking eating with it and leave it at that. So the first few videos I have are from William Hanson. He's the king of etiquette on the internet. So I feel like I'm going to come away from these videos with just that little hint of class. So let's get into the first one here. What's he doing first? This is how to eat rice. I didn't realise that you needed to have manners when you're eating rice. God knows how many people I've offended while I've been eating my chicken curries. I hope that everybody can forgive me and understand that I was just ignorant. But from today on, I'm going to eat rice the correct way. So let's find out how that is.
Here's how to eat rice. Now, in British dining etiquette...
So he's got just a plate of rice. Is that the etiquette? Because I'm not willing to just eat a plate of rice. Where's your chicken? Where's your curry? William, I'm worried about you. Will somebody feed poor William a protein? Maybe you have to eat the curry in a different room because it has a smell. We'll find out.
As you know by now, we never turn the fork upside down when using a knife. So when eating rice with both a fork and a knife...
He's going to hold the fork upside... One second, let me get a fork. Okay, so I've obtained a fork. Now, this is the fashion I would usually use a fork in, sort of as a scoop, shovel the food into me. But apparently that's offensive, racist even. You're supposed to hold it like this and sort of push stuff onto the back of the fork. I'm finding it hard to believe that that's what was intended by the inventor of the fork, but I have an open mind.
Just like peas, we push the rice...
Just like peas. How the fuck did you get a pea onto the back of a fork and it rolled straight off? There's a lot more to this than I expected.
...onto the back of the fork and eat like so.
I'm going to be honest with you, I'm completely against that. I could never get enough rice into me eating that way. I'm sorry, William. I'm not willing to adopt this. I'm just going to have to be rude on this one. I'm not eating with the back of me fucking fork. Also, I'm starting to regret putting that fire on. I've all the windows and doors closed and I'm starting to cook in here, so I could be very red by the end of this video. It's lovely though. Nice and toasty. Okay, so this next one is how to eat a spaghetti. Now, I am 1/16 Italian, so I would consider myself a bit of an expert in this. So let's see if he gets it right.
Spaghetti etiquette. Let me tell you how to eat it more lady than tramp.
Now, no offense to anyone, but I don't want to eat spaghetti like a lady. That's fine if you do, that's your lifestyle choice. I want to eat spaghetti with more of a masculine, rugged edge.
Now, you'll notice this restaurant has given me a spoon as well as a fork.
So yeah, you use the spoon. This is how I do it anyway. So you get the fork, and then you get the spoon, and then you use the spoon as, it's like holding the spaghetti between a rock and a hard place, and you just twist it into the spoon like that, and it keeps it all nice and neat, and you can get a nice tight loop of spaghetti on the fork, and then you shove that into the gob, and you're away going. Let's see what he thinks. That's probably how he's going to do it.
The Italians do not use a spoon. Don't touch the spoon.
Oh, so we're not allowed to have the spoon, right? He's saying Italians don't use a spoon. I would like to see the evidence for that, William.
Instead, you upturn the fork in your dominant hand, and you go into the edge of the spaghetti, and against the side of the plate, or bowl in this instance, you turn.
Sure that the spaghetti's going all over the place. William, you're wrong about this. You're making an absolute fool of yourself there.
If you then need to go in again and turn again, that's fine.
William, you've had to go in twice there. There's going to be scandal going around the town about you that you can't even eat a bowl of spaghetti, William. This is absolute posh tomfoolery is what this is.
And then you eat.
Right, sorry guys, do it with the spoon. It's way more elegant. You can get way more spaghetti on the fork. I'm sorry, but this etiquette isn't doing it for me so far. So this one is how to eat a pear. Didn't even occur to me that you could do that wrong. Not only did I never think, oh, I mightn't be doing this right, it never even occurred to me that you could possibly eat a pear incorrectly. But apparently I'm wrong, because I can see already he's got it on a plate, which I have never done.
Here's how to eat a pear. Using a knife and fork, secure it.
Secured the pear. The pear is secured. Threat neutralized. Secured the pear. Have we joined the Secret Service? Are we on Air Force One?
And cut the pear in half.
He's cutting it in half with a knife. Why is he going at this with a knife and fork?
Then cut each half in.
Also, like, in what context are people sitting around eating pears on a plate, talking to each other at a table? Where are these events being held? And what happens after the pears? It can't be good. If I'm sitting in a room full of people eating fucking pears with a knife and fork, I'm worried that I'm about to get taken to an island I shouldn't be on.
Half again.
Oh, he's quartering it now.
Cut off a bit and eat like so.
So you just cut off a little slice. William, that's absolutely ridiculous. You can't be serious about that. Okay, this next one is how to eat sandwiches at a posh tea party. Now, I would actually love to go to a posh tea party, so I am going to, whatever he says here, I'm going to do it. Because I want people to invite me to their tea parties. I've always wanted to go to one. I've never once in my life been invited to a tea party. I don't know what it is. I think maybe people think I'll increase their overheads too much. I'll eat too many sandwiches. Maybe people just think I don't know how to daintily eat a sandwich, but I guarantee I'm capable of it.
Tea sandwich etiquette. Don't take a sandwich directly from the plate and
Okay, you can't take a sandwich directly from the plate.
put it on your plate. Most inelegant. Instead, these plates are designed.
Or you take the whole plate of sandwiches down. This I like. This I can get behind. This is now my plate of sandwiches. End the tea party. We've run out of refreshments. So you just we take one little sandwich off the plate and then you put the plate back. I think this is ruder than just taking one single sandwich. Because to be honest with you, I think if I take the plate of sandwiches, the whole room is going to be struck with fear that I am not putting that plate of sandwiches back. And to be honest with you, I don't know if I have the self-control to put the plate of sandwiches back. So maybe it would be best to not allow me to take a plate of sandwiches. But I'm going to do it for etiquette's sake. Okay, so this next one is how to eat a burger. Again, I would class myself as an expert. I've definitely put my 10,000 hours in on this. So let's see what William has to say. I'm going to make a guess here. I feel like he's going to piss me off and he's going to deconstruct the burger. Let's see. But I bet that's what he's going to do. If he picks this whole burger up and shoves it into his mouth, I will be shocked. But my level of respect for him would absolutely skyrocket.
Now, unless you're in the circus, nobody can fit anything this size in
Absolutely I can, William. Do not doubt me. My mouth will accommodate whatever food I'm trying to put into it. Don't doubt me.
your mouth. So don't pick up the burger and eat it with your hands when it is this thick.
Okay, it is a sandwich though, and that is how you eat a sandwich, but whatever.
Instead, you deconstruct the burger. Using a knife and fork,
I knew he was
take
gonna
off the
fucking
top,
deconstruct it.
cut, and eat like so.
He's just going to cut a bit of that fucking tomato off and eat it like a salad. What was that? That was an absolutely painful display. I have no further comment. Let's move on. Okay, so this guy, he's just some random guy I found that does table manners videos. I haven't watched them. It might be shite, but he looked like he had very good table manners and he's got a lovely little handkerchief in his pocket. So I thought, this seems like a trustworthy gentleman.
You're enjoying a meal and by mistake,
Oh, you drop your fork. Obviously, if you drop your fork or knife on the ground in a fancy restaurant, the police must be contacted. An etiquette crime has been committed.
you drop your knife. I would recommend that you do not bend over
Do not bend over, under no circumstances.
and pick up the knife. Certainly if you're in a restaurant, I would rather that you
Is he going to tell me to call somebody over and pick up my knife for me? That doesn't seem very fucking polite, does it? Hello, sorry, I've dropped my knife. Pick up your fucking knife, you lazy prick. No, he seems like a nice man. But obviously something cracks in him when he drops his knife and he just becomes a bit of a bollocks.
gain the attention of a server and discreetly let them know.
Discreetly let them know. I mean, it's not that major of an incident, is it? Surely you're turning a very minor situation into a much more serious situation by going, Excuse me, there's been an incident. There's a weapon behind me. I've dropped my weapon.
That you've dropped the eating utensil and allow them.
The eating utensil. He won't even call it by its name. He can't even look at it anymore. You filth, you've been on the floor, you filthy eating utensil. I won't even do you the courtesy of calling you a knife. Nobody will ever look at you with love, eating utensil. No, I believe you can be loved again after you've been dropped on the ground. I've always believed that. For knives or for anyone.
To pick it up. Because if you were to pick it up, you would place it back onto the table again.
Well, you don't want to put a dirty knife back on the table. Now, I highly doubt it's going to cause some sort of, outbreak. But you could just hold it in your hand and go, sorry, can I get a new knife? I've dropped this on the ground, but I've picked it up myself. because I'm not a complete fucking bollocks. Just because somebody has a job at a restaurant, it doesn't mean you can order them around at your behest. You can't just, I hate when people are just throwing fingers around the place in the restaurant like they've powers. You haven't conquered an army, you've just ordered a chicken vol au vent. Will you calm down?
But you don't know how dirty that knife is, and you're placing it onto the table where others are eating.
This guy seems like a bit of a panicker, I won't lie. He seems like a serious warrior. I think he needs to calm down. I don't think this is as big a deal as he thinks it is. I'm just going to pick my knife up if I drop it. But thank you for the advice, sir. This is another video from him. I can only imagine what happens in this one. Perhaps he's used the wrong knife to butter his bread. They'll probably have to call in the armed response unit for something like that.
Reading it like this.
Oh, this is how to read a menu.
Like this.
To read it with your eyes.
Or like this.
Oh, disgraceful. Elbow on the table reading the menu. The minute you see somebody with their elbow on the table, you know they're up to no good. They probably own a business that's just a front for a money laundering operation. That's what I assume when I see that.
You don't want to do either.
Oh, he said, now, just a minor little thing here. He is trying to coach etiquette. It has annoyed me that he's given various options and said you don't want to do either. Either would imply you've only given 2 options, but you've actually given multiple. So you'd want to say you don't want to do any of those. I'm just saying you don't want to come off as impolite to the other options, sir.
What you do want to do, if I may suggest, you handed the menu.
Okay.
Place it against the side of the table.
You put it against the table for support.
Lean it.
This doesn't seem that different to any of the other ways.
Don't bend forward.
What if you got bad vision? You need to get a bit closer. Is that not allowed? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You don't have perfect vision. Get out. Oh, you need a wheelchair ramp? I don't know if I like these people. I think I prefer to just not have any etiquette and just be nice to people.
And take your time and see what is on the fare.
And have a great meal. Well, I will. Thank you, sir. Is anybody genuinely worried about how they read a menu? Please leave me a comment if you've ever actually thought about the way you're reading a menu. Does me not caring about how I read a menu mean I've got a black soul? I don't know if it does. I am going to be doing a video later this week where I am going to attempt to actually use these table manners whilst eating. It's going to be thrilling for you to watch. But until that day, I hope you have an excellent evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time of day we find ourselves together. I hope that the day settles into a lovely rhythm for you, and that every day for the rest of your life is excellent. And now that I've told you that, you can give the video a like and subscribe to me, but don't if you don't like the video. I'm trying to get to 1 million subscribers so that I can make loads of money and get a little burst of dopamine now and then when I look at it. Okay, all the best and stay delicious.